Hello my friends, welcome to your mobility work. So we are going to do all of this on the floor today. Okay, give ourselves a nice good stretch. Coach Isis coming to say, what's up, pay attention to me. So we're gonna start at tabletop position, and we're going to stretch out the wrists, the forearms, and the hands. So all you're gonna do from tabletop position, okay, hands underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips, fingertips spread wide on the ground. All you're gonna do, keeping the palm of your hand on the ground, you're just gonna shift forward and back. Okay, so notable for the forearm and the wrist portion, I have been working on this a lot, so if you can't get into these shapes, no worries, okay, just work on it frequently, especially if you have like a desk job or something like that and you're in this like fixed position. Forearm stretching, really, really awesome for you. So just forward and back. Now all you're gonna do, you're gonna take your fingertips out to the sides, okay, hands still underneath shoulders, and now you're gonna rock right to left, right to left. Anytime today, if you want to hold a shape for a little bit longer, you can go ahead and pause the video, or you can come back to it. Okay, remember this is your mobility day. We're going to hit pretty much the total body today. So if you get to a portion where you want to explore that area a little bit more, go for it. Okay, now all you're going to do, you're going to turn the forearms away from you. Fingertips point towards your knees. Thumbs are out. Now, this shape might be extreme enough for you. You might not even be able to get your fingertips all the way to your knees, okay? So just get them to where you can. However, if you can get here, all you're gonna do, keeping the palm of your hand on the ground, you're gonna start to shift the weight back and forward. Also remember, when we work through mobility, any pain is bad, okay? Tension, tightness, that's okay. We can just work through it. Okay, but if you get to a point where you feel pain, let me know and we can work on that. Now, if you want, you can start to come back. You can keep the fingertips on the ground and you can start to roll up, giving me a nice fingertip stretch. Good. Got my notes in front of me so I can make sure I don't forget anything. Awesome. One more time here. Good. Okay, back of the hands come down. Fingertips come towards you. Just a little counter stretch here. Forward, back. Not really putting weight on here, okay? This would put a lot of pressure on her wrist. Just enough to get a little bit of that compression. Okay, just come back to seated and shift everything out. Good. Okay, now we're gonna go and we're gonna do similar to the feet. So all you're gonna do, you're gonna come knees together. You're gonna curl the toes under. Okay, notice I don't have my shoes on. Shoes off for you as well. You're gonna come back. We're just gonna sit here just for a second. A little bit of personal groom. Make sure we look good, right? Feel good. Good. Okay, options for you here. If your knees feel okay, you can bring your hands up to your chest. You can come up, flatten those feet. Now we're going into ankle extension. You can start to move back. Okay, we're in hyperflexion in those knees. Curl the toes under. Okay, if this causes your feet to scream, you can kind of put the weight on your hands and not put as much weight over those ankles and feet. But if this is feeling good to you, if you're used to doing this type of stuff, you can come here. Good, two more. Okay, we're gonna end here. You're gonna grab one foot. Notice my toe's gonna stay in the ground, and I'm gonna start to pull up on that knee. Now, right now, I'm feeling the stretch in the front of my foot and the front of my ankle. Good, come on down. Grab the other knee, toes in the ground, lift it up. So if you're on your feet a lot, Gotta pay attention. We gotta give our body some nice TLC in that foot. All right, working into thoracic spine. You're gonna come back to tabletop position. You're gonna reach one arm up. Give me a nice twist in that spine. Come on through. Thread the needle. Palm faces up. Okay, we're kind of in this, I think they call this puppy pose in yoga. So we're here. You can pull that top arm up, trying to get the shoulder down to the ground. Now you can rotate onto that shoulder and then square chest, open up, square the chest, one more time, open up, square the chest. Top hand comes to the ground, put the weight in, lift on up, arm comes up and come down. Other side, up, and thread the needle through. But extending that top arm if that's in it for you. Puppy pose, so toes curled under. Good, now all you can start to do, open your chest up towards the ceiling, and then rotate, look at the ground. Chest up to the ceiling, rotate to the ground. One more here, chest to the ceiling, rotate to the ground. Good. We're gonna continue with this twisting, so come on back. Oh yeah, let's finish that out. This is why I'm not a yoga instructor. Okay, you're gonna come to the ground, laying down, arms are gonna come wide. We're gonna go into scorpion. So arms are wide. You're gonna pick one foot up. Let's just start first by just alternating. So putting it up. I just felt a couple little pops. Get some air moving out. Good. Now you can keep with this rotating, or if it feels good, you can open it up. Just kind of hold here. Some inhales and exhales. Oh, it feels so good on my back. Good. Come back to center. Other side. Open it up. Excuse me. And come on down. Good. Knees together. Shoot the weight back into child's pose position. So knees together, you're gonna take your arms long. Okay, now all you're gonna do, you're gonna walk your hands to the left, and you're gonna give me a nice, now when you walk your hands to the left, you're gonna try and pull the fingertips on the right hand a little bit longer. You should feel this stretch along the right side of the body. Now, all you're gonna do, right hand, you're gonna drop and you're gonna open to the right onto the pinky, and you're gonna look up and look left. And then you're just gonna come back down, palm faces the ground, head down. Good, open it up. And back down. One more, open it up. Back down, good. Walking the hands center. And now walk the hands to the right. Good, reaching long with those left fingertips now. Now you're just gonna open up to the left pinky. You're gonna look right, come back center. Two more, open up, look right. Come back center. Last one, open right, come back center. Good, walk the hands to the center. Good. Come up to tabletop position. All right, knees are gonna come hip distance apart. Toes either ankles flexed or extended. You're gonna come back to child's pose. Now you're gonna go with spinal wave, okay? So I want you to think about creating a wave with your spine from your tailbone. We're gonna arch forward, okay? So starting with the tailbone, you're gonna lift up, up, trying to create a nice big wave with the spine. Now, as you start to come forward and your hips start to drop, you're gonna brace your glutes. Protect that low back. You're gonna look up. Oh, perfect time, sunset. So now holding here, notice I'm not dropped, okay? I'm bracing my glutes. Look over the left shoulder. Look over the right shoulder. Good, take it back to center. Now, starting at the top, tuck the chin to the chest. Try to roll that spine. Good. Once you get back, do it again. We're gonna do this 3 times. Forward. So spinal mobility, super important. Good. Brace the glutes as you come through. Look left. Look right. Take that center, touching the chest. Extend through the shoulder blades, now through the mid-back, now through the tailbone. Good. One more time. Tailbone, mid-back, shoulder blades, brace the glutes, head lifts up, look left, look right, come back center, spinal wave, back. Good. Make your way to tabletop position. Okay, left leg, you're gonna open up to the side, heel the ceiling. Opening up that hip, so now we're gonna move from the spine to the hips. Good. Now, you're gonna come back, working with that left leg again. You're gonna come back, take a step forward, left foot comes to the outside of the left hand. I'm gonna scoot back, so that way I'm not staring into the sunshine. Okay, so now from here, back knee is on the ground. I'm just gonna come here, and I just want you to think you're pushing forward and back. If this feels good, you can curl that back toe under, you can come up into a low lunge. Now you can start to utilize that back leg to go forward and back. Good. Back. Okay, now all you're gonna do, you're just gonna turn towards the knee. You can walk your hands, you can turn away from the knee. Towards the knee, turn away. Perfect. Drop that back knee to the ground. Heel toe the foot, so that way the knee comes directly in between the chest. We're gonna open up to a nice external hip rotation. So foot is in between the hands. Now you're gonna open up to the outside edge of the foot, protecting that knee by keeping that foot flexed. Okay, depending on hip mobility, guys. So I do this a lot, so I can drop my knee out. But now you're just gonna come here. Once you think about shifting forward and back, now turn your hands over that front knee. Good. Notice how I'm just kind of moving everything around, really trying to just break up any tension and congestion in that front hip. Good. Now you're going to turn away. Once again, so here for me, when I start to turn away, I'm like, oh, I feel it there. So I'm going to take a couple extra seconds here. Open up, pushing forward and back. Looking away, looking center. Looking away, looking center. Good. Coming center, coming onto the foot. Heel toeing out. Good. Push forward and back one more time. Drop down. All right. Now into the other side. So hands underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips. You're going to open up to the side, into the ceiling. Two more. Side, ceiling. Last one. Side, ceiling. Good. Shift back. And go ahead, come on forward. Right foot to the outside of the right hand. Okay, knee down, knee up, whatever feels best. Hang out for a couple seconds here. Shifting forward and back. So you can come up onto your toe for a little bit if you want. You can drop down to your knee. You can go toe to knee. Now we're just gonna start exploring turning, okay, towards the knee. So you can turn towards the knee, turn away from the knee. You can lift that arm up if you want. Okay, always just kind of thinking, we're not holding a static stretch, right? We're working on mobility. So we're kind of moving around, playing around. Just play around, okay? Good, a little bit longer here. Once that feels good, you're gonna heel toe that foot in between the chest. Flex the foot, open up to the outside edge of that foot, and explore from here. So pushing forward and back, turning away, and then pay attention, right? So we might have a restriction on one side. So when I had my left leg forward, when I turned away, I felt it a ton in my left hip. My right hip, not so much, right? So that's a cue. I actually pulled my left hamstring yesterday. So I know that everything on my left side of my body, especially from the hips down, is going to be just a little bit tighter today, okay? So respect where you are in the day. Respect where you are, okay? If you had a really tough leg day yesterday, you might not even be able to go out into the outside edge of your foot. If yesterday was a rest day or a light day, you might be able to do the shapes, okay? So just always respecting where you are. Good, okay, come on back. Chest center, heel toe out, lift up that back knee, come on back. Okay, so now all we're gonna do, we're just gonna come forward. Okay, so come up to a knee. Back to under, 90 degrees. Place the hands on the low back. You're gonna brace the glutes, you're gonna tuck the pelvis under. So I'm from here, neutral, here, tucked. Now all I'm gonna do from here, I'm gonna extend, I'm gonna bend my knee forward. This is gonna cause nice hip flexor extension. Okay, but because I'm keeping my glutes braced, I can't really go that far forward. If I were to lose my glutes and then lunge down, right, then I'm hanging on my hip flexor. But we wanna activate that hip flexor. So glutes braced, you're gonna push forward, pull back. 2, pull back. Last one. Back, good. Switch other side. Hands on the low back, tuck, brace those glutes, push forward. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Now all you're gonna do from here, we're just gonna keep this leg forward because we can. Okay, now we're gonna let this hip flexor go. So we're gonna lose that neutral pelvis. We're gonna come forward, pelvis tilts forward. Now you're gonna come back, shift your weight back, come onto your heel, okay, extend through the back of your legs. Now brace that quad. Here, now you're gonna come forward, low lunge, shift back, heel down, toe up, brace the quad. Now see if you can drop your forehead to your knee. Good, 2 more, come forward, shift back, last one, forward, shift back. Awesome. Switch it out. All right, so like I said, we're going for minimum doses here. So this little progression is something, oh, yep, there is that hamstring. Like I said, my left hamstring is sore. Okay, so this would be a progression where if I was doing this on my own, I might do this like 20 times, okay? This is all about what your body needs, not necessarily what I coach you through. Drop crown. 1 more. Awesome. Okay, now I'm gonna face you. We're gonna come to kneeling. Heel is gonna come in alignment with that other knee, toe pointed out. Okay, hips, hands on the back of the body. Now we're just gonna go open, back to neutral. Good. Open, back to neutral. 2 more. Open. Last one. Good. Back. Heel in alignment now with that other knee, toe pointed out. Open. Back. 3 more. 2. And 1. All right, we're gonna continue to work inner outer thigh. I'm just gonna tell you right now, I hate frog progressions, but we're gonna do it anyways. Part of the reason that I do not like frog is because it hits my knees. So, highly suggest that if you're one of those people where frog kind of gets your knees a lot and this is why you don't like it, then double up that mat. So you're gonna come wide, and then you can't really see my toes, but you're gonna tap your toes together in the back. Actually, I'm gonna show you from the side, so that way you can see everything. So you're gonna come wide, kind of settle in, toes tap together, make your way down. So here we are neutral. We're gonna work from neutral forward. So I want you to reach your arms longer. Notice, yes, I'm wearing a baggy shirt, but you can see my back. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna keep the space between my chest and my hips even as I pull forward. So we should feel the stretch when we come forward. Back. 3 more. 3. Use that breath. Last one. Good. Pull hands underneath. Now all you're gonna do, you're gonna open up. You are going to physically look back and make sure that your ankle is directly below your knee. You have a straight line. Now you're gonna flex your feet. Now we're gonna go from here, right? Elbows underneath shoulders, and we're gonna go back. Teeny tiny movements here, okay? Opening up that groin, so we're pushing back. Depending on how tight you are, you might not even need to push back. But I want you guys to think about pushing straight back versus like up or dropping, okay? So pushing into the ground. If I were to come up and just like tap your six pack, okay, it's engaged. Good, push back. 3, 2. Last one. Toes come together, push up on the hands, and come on in. Okay, we are going to end seated, crisscross applesauce, Indian style, whatever you want to call it. I'm gonna come forward a little bit so that way the sunshine doesn't blare into my eyes. I'm gonna come here, right hand, left knee, twist, left hand, right knee, up and over, so now we're cross touching the chest. Right hand releases behind you, twist, come up and over, chin to chest. Left hand comes behind you, twist, up and over, roll out, chin to chest. One more time, right hand behind you. Oh, there's a crack. Up and over, chin to chest, good. Come to center, hip, one hand comes down, one arm comes up. Think about rooting down through both sit bones, pulling down to lift up. Good, come back center. Center. One more time. Good. Interlace fingers behind you. Interlace. This might be enough. Knuckles down, chest up. Okay, if it feels good with those shoulders, think about giving me some shoulder rolls. 2, 1. Good. Switch other direction. 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Ending with the neck. Final stretches here. Okay, we don't need to crank on the neck. Just reach down with that hand. Plant that hand down. Think about planting down here and then just letting that head go. Good. From here, you're just going to look down. And you're going to look up. Come back center. Reach down with that other hand. So ears straight. Look down. Look up. Come back center. Roll everything out. Awesome job. Now you should feel good. If you want to go back and work on anything else, go ahead and go for it. Otherwise, I will see you